We're going to go face our dad. Dad has been bad, and he has been possessed by Brand the Sword. Now he has all the artifacts that we've collected throughout the game. And he is a tough boss. Inevitable. Dad believes for some reason that raising the devil will raise back his wife from the dead. Enough. Old man. It's Marino. Yeah, he doesn't do a whole lot of damage there. 4,600. It is a disgrace. But he stole this artifact. Marino might have just saved the world. He did something useful for once. No choice but to, you know, attack and try to kill my own child. Yeah, I don't know about that, Dad. Okay. So unfortunately I paused right as I started this fight. This is not the first time I took the fight. And I am looking to see what I want to do differently. There's a bunch of late game items like the cube, the dice. There's the Kobe's tag. There's, of course, the death ring. There's Captain Bone's head. A bunch of different things that are really powerful at this point in the game. Kobe's tag is probably going to be the best bet here. Since I'm recording audio after the fact, I know it's the best bet. It gives us a ton of extra energy and energy regen. It is intended for a pet build. That's its special, is it reduces the cost of pets. Summons, whatever you want to call them. Since pets mean something different in this game, I mean summons here. So we go from 120 to 145 energy. Our Claymore gives us 5 or 10 energy. The tag gives us energy. And since we're using a lot of utility spells, this is very valuable. Every attack that we cannot charge up, it is bad. I'm also using the lightning potion, which you get from doing all the quests for Pot Potion Master. I wanted to avoid using magic as much as possible, but this potion is really strong. And I mean really strong. So I'm using the utility attack buff, I'm using the utility energy regen and defense buff, I'm using the bubble, the regular potion, the attack potion, and the lightning potion. As for Dad's moves, he has the seeking version of the sword. It seeks you out, I think, 5 times. And then he will do his explosion at the end of it. Whereas, and there's another one where the sword just goes out once. Meteors fire 3 in a row twice. This attack, you can stand in the middle of the lines. The lines are sometimes too small to stand in the middle of, so watch for that. He throws a sword and it explodes. It has 2 different explosions. One's the fire explosion that covers most of the screen. The other one is the ice explosion, which has multiple different directions of spikes. There's the fire explosion right there. He has the triple ice spike attack. Pretty much all of these attacks are telegraphed by the artifacts around Dad. So look at the sword, look at the glove. This is pretty much what the attacks are based on. So glove glows red and fiery and then puts his hand down. So you know that's the next move. Yeah, glove reached out and called forth lightning, goes to one side and then whatever. Same thing, the sword did a thing. Glove snapped its fingers. This one is really easy to avoid if you're paying attention. Be careful if you're playing in melee, because it will definitely do, it'll basically guarantee damage on you if you get caught by the vines. We're halfway through the fight, so all of his moves now become extra powerful and longer. So this one doesn't just go around once, it goes around 2 or 3 times. The laser show, I'll call it. At the beginning I showed my gear. I am wearing the pyramid hat, for example. I didn't realize this hat existed for the previous fights. I'm wearing cosmetics on my face, so I don't show my hat, but the pyramid hat gives like 30 attack and 30 magic. So we get a little bit of that magic damage as physical when we use our attacks as well because of our talent, 25% of it. And it's better than the pirate's hat or whatever we were wearing, captain's hat, which only gave 25 attack and no magic attack. Although I think that one gave attack speed and a little bit of crit. We're still able to wear the eye patch, the eye thing. This move, learn to parry it. Do not attack in between like I just did there. He will use it twice, almost always. If you're not using the blink teleport, the explosion move is relatively difficult to dodge. You can shield most attacks. They will. A lot of attacks will crush your shield if you're not perfect blocking them. This fight is very much a match of attrition. I had to sacrifice a little bit of damage and wear some heavier armor because he does have the ice path or Nova thing. I am wearing the Frostling snow boots. I wore those in the Hydra fight as well. They did nerf these at some point, so they don't just guarantee that you don't slip on the ice. They just reduce it by a certain percentage. But I still find that relatively useful, personally, versus a little extra health or defense or something on another pair of boots. I'd rather just have control on that ice, especially because that can be one of the easier times to hit him. Not the explosion ice one, but the other one. Since this is expert mode, our healing potion is extremely weak. And I'm using it a lot every time it's up. But it is really just better not to get hit. And if at all possible, get hit while your shield is up or your barrier is up. So there's some good parries in there. This move, I try to just move in kind of a circle or a square around to dodge the sword. It doesn't always work perfectly, and you do have to dodge the laser orbs or whatever that he shoots out later. You can parry the fireballs coming in from the sides. You do not have to find the line to stand on. So if you're having issues with the fireballs, you can just parry them instead of actually dodging them. Took a crush shield there. Still probably better than taking the damage. I'm really low. Unlike the Hydra fight, this took me a lot more tries. The Hydra fight took 5 or 6 tries. The Giga Slime, the Shadow Giga Slime took many, many, many tries, but it only took 1 try once I had all the cards. So once I had all the cards and I was a little bit more decked out with my gear, then the Giga Slime wasn't nearly as much of a threat. And I'd already learned a lot of his moves. As a lot of the positioning of this game acts like a bullet hell, making small adjustments to your movement instead of large ones can sometimes be significantly better. So just sidestepping to the left versus running directly north or something like that. Your direction matters more than your speed of movement for a lot of attacks. Not all of them. Big sword explosion is really bad. These are parryable. These are just your basic projectiles from the fortress. They will seek him out if you parry them. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but they're helpful. And it's probably best to just not get hit by them. If you can parry the triple attack, you're pretty much guaranteed to get some hits, some strong hits on Dad. I find that if I can, I try to play away from wherever he's standing. If I'm not planning on hitting him right away, then I just try to move to the other side of the screen. Right here, I wasn't paying attention to the glove, and I totally got grabbed and hit. So you can see I'm sliding on this ice still a little bit just a second ago. It's not foolproof to wear the boots, but it's better than not wearing the boots. It's good to try to parry these, in my opinion, the orbs and the fireballs. I do have the parry equals energy talent trait, which when you do a perfect block, puts like 3 energy per level, up to 3 levels or something, and then if you perfect block, it's double. I don't think it says it on there, but I'm pretty sure it's double. I've tested it out, and I'm 90% positive. So here, don't make that mistake. Don't get hit there. I had the bubble up, so it was okay. I found this fight to probably be one of the hardest in the game by a large margin on Expert. I struggled a lot with the Bishop fight. That took me upwards of 18, 20 tries. But this fight probably took similar amounts of tries, honestly. But I wasn't fully decked out in some of the current gear I'm wearing. I respect a lot of my talent points and such like that. I'm much more defensive on some of these later fights. I'm wearing the crab armor piece and the crab shield, and the crab shield gives 15 armor just by being equipped. So I'm losing out on damage, but that's why I'm using all the damage potions. So we beat him. It's been a journey. We're almost at the end of this journey, and this video is short. The next video will be the final video. What's about to happen? Like and subscribe. Next episode, soon to come.